Hi, this is Randy from Fried Eggs Golf, and this man sitting next to me that looks like a small grizzly bear is Quentin. I haven't seen him in a while, but here he is. And the reason he's here is because we're actually shooting a video today. Hopefully it'll be uploaded later in the week. But we're here today to talk about a video that I plan to do in the near future. I haven't shot it yet, but the idea is I want it to be based around technology and how technology shapes the game and what it's actually done to change the performance of the clubs that we use today. Now, the idea I have in mind is I want to take this iron right here, is the Ping I2. This is the most popular, best-selling iron in the history of golf. I believe it was released in 1983. You can double-check the numbers on that, but it was released in 1983 and stayed current through 1993. 10 years. It stayed, yeah, now. Exactly. It stayed in line. It was a current model for Ping for 10 years. They sold this iron. I don't know if you knew this, but this iron was actually on allocation through Ping. So if you were a golf retailer, you were only allowed to purchase 5 of these sets per month. That's all they allotted you. And if you sold through those 5, which from my research that I've done here with the guys who've been working here a long time, that was like 3 days. You sold through those 5 sets, and you had to wait the rest of the month in order to get another set of these. What they did was they made it a very easy club to hit by providing a lot of cavity back and really throwing the weight around the perimeter of the iron, which is something that you hear them talk about a lot now, but this one was really the first one to revolutionize that idea and bring it to the forefront of iron design. And then from then on, you saw everyone basically try to mimic this iron for the next 33 years. That's everyone's trying to bring back what this iron was able to do to the golf world. And in all honesty, I don't know if it's been accomplished yet.
No.
What I want to do is I want to take the Ping I2 iron. I want to test it against the best of the best as far as iron technology in 2016 going into 2017. And what I need from you guys is suggestions. I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 irons, but I want you guys to write in the comment section below what you want me to test this iron against to see what 33 years of technology has done. Now, the catch is I want to take the corresponding loft that matches this. So, they've obviously started to ramp up lofts in the last couple of years with irons, and I want to make sure that we're testing as close as possible as far as a 31 degree against a 31 degree or whatever matches up the closest. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get it spot on, but we'll be able to kind of ballpark it in that aspect. I think these might have came out in 82. I have to double check that. Usually people do research before they do videos, but not these guys.
Yeah.
So the idea is take them on a launch monitor, hit some shots with them. Not only take a look at ball speed and launch angles and spin rates and carry distances, but we want to see pound for pound if 33 years of research and development is paying off, or if these manufacturers are just wasting their money.
Or if they're just blowing smoke.
Yeah. This is not a video that someone in the retail business should make, but I'm going to make it anyway because I think I'm interested in what the results will be. So put down below what irons you want to see tested. Now, the reason I brought Quentin along in this video is I was just hoping in the thumbnail that someone would mistake him for beef. And then, well, the real reason I brought you along is that I wanted to, you're a younger generation. I'm a little bit older. And I wanted to see what you thought of technology from when you started playing to where it is now. Do you really think there's been that drastic of a difference? Let's just talk specifically irons, because I think you can make the argument definitely with metal woods that there's been advancements there. But irons, first set of irons you ever owned?
Titleist DCIs.
DCIs. I own my first set I ever owned was Titleist DCIs.
Obviously inherited them. Yeah.
Me too. Mine was a used set. Titleist DCI irons. That was the first men's set. Obviously, I had junior sets and stuff before that.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
He was big. What was your favorite iron set you ever played?
Probably my current set. Honestly, my Wilson FG Tour M3s. I really like those. Yeah, the feel of them is incredible.
Yeah, and they got a little bit of cut cavity back in them.
Just a little. I mean, they have the forgiveness, but I can still I can move them around. That's probably the best part of my game is my irons, and I love those.
My favorite set of irons that I ever owned, I think would have to be, if I'm being non-biased, it was a set of Max Fly Revolutions.
That's unexpected.
It was, and I'm not saying they were pretty sexy set of irons. I think.
You fitted at Walmart or?
No, the Maxfly used to be a pretty reputable brand. Fred Couples. That was actually why I wanted those irons so bad, because Fred Couples played them, and I wanted the Maxfly Revolutions because I was a huge fan of Fred Couples. He was actually my favorite golfer before Tiger came along.
Yeah.
Because I started watching golf like in '96, somewhere around in there.
Right there, right before.
Yeah, right before Tiger's big boom came. But Fred was my favorite. I played the Maxfly Revolution. Same thing, same story. It was a cast iron, had a little bit of cut cavity in it. Now there was like a red and a blue version. I had the red version, which were a little bit more of a forgiving set, a little more cavity back. The blue, I think, were forged.
The thing is, the difference between those Titleist DCIs and my current set,
not night and day.
It's not huge.
It's
no.
not night and day.
It's not like I would go out with those Titleist DCIs and play much worse because of those irons. I'd probably play maybe a stroke or two.
Okay. I want to hear you guys' input, because obviously this episode of Over Easy, I don't have a lot to share as far as interesting content or information. This is more of, a survey for you guys. I want to know what your favorite iron set you ever played was, and maybe also like your first iron set ever played, and if you notice that much difference between the very first iron set you played and maybe what you're playing with now. Yeah. I think that would be fair. I would love to know, but also include down there what irons you'd like to see me test these bad boys against. And I want them to be something within, 2016, or maybe something coming out in the next couple months that I would be able to make it. I'm not sure when I'm going to make the video, because I want to make sure that I'm testing them as equally as possible. I actually wanted to bend these irons to match a current loft. Like, so if it was off a degree or two, I wanted to take it to my repair guy and bend it, and he was like, no way, because apparently they're heat treated and they are extremely hard to bend. They if you try to go like a degree or two, there's a good chance that they'll bust. That's what I was told. I have heard this from multiple sources, that these are a very difficult iron to bend. And actually, there's a story behind that little notch you see in ping irons.
Oh, the new ones, yeah.
And that's so it makes it easier for you to bend the lie angle, because before it was so difficult to bend this hosel that they actually took that gouge that is kind of, I guess, when you think of a ping iron, you think of that little cut out of the hosel there. They did that to make it easier for these irons to bend flat and more upright.
Yeah.
So the moral of today's episode, I think, is do research before you make a video.
Yeah.
Rule number 1, and then 2 is try to get a beef lookalike for your thumbnail.
Which is hard, I know.
I think you pulled it off. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Don't forget to put your comments down below. And until then, I will see you next time.
I don't have a sign off. Should I?
No.